So I've got a bag of pasta, which is quite exciting because it's quite hard to get hold of at the moment. Now you might have some in your cupboard, you might have some stashed away, or someone might give you some, or you might be able to buy it in the shops. But it's such a staple that we're used to cooking with all the time. I can't quite bear to have to use the whole thing all in one go to give my family a single meal. So I want to show you a really good way just to make it go a little bit further. So mix it up with some other carbs, basically, some other dishes. So I've got some cooked new potatoes. Potatoes are really plentiful. Fairly soon we're going to have new season British new potatoes, which are going to be delicious. So some cooked new potatoes, then some green beans. Add something green, so either green beans or peas or something like that. These were frozen, so I cooked them from frozen. They took 3 or 4 minutes in boiling water just to cook, but really easy way to store fresh green beans in your freezer. You can stir fry green beans straight from frozen. They can add a handful to any sort of nice dish, which is good. If you've got green beans which are fresh and they're looking like they're going to need eating quite soon, but you don't know what to do with them, cook them in boiling water, put them in cold water just to stop them cooking anymore, and then you can store those in the fridge for a few more days, or you could freeze them. It's quite a nice way to use them up and stop them going off. So pop the green beans in. Then I've cooked some of my pasta, but probably only, well, half of what I would normally use for a dish. Pasta's warm, which is important, so let's pop some dressing on. I've got some pesto. Now this is home pesto that I've made. You could use a bought pesto, use a little pouch or a little pot or whatever you can. It could be a tomato pesto or a sun-dried tomato or a tapenade. Pesto is great if you're going to make your own actually. Just use, if you've got some herbs looking like they need using, you can put in any combination of herbs you like. This is basil and thyme together because that was what I had. Olive oil, pine nuts, parmesan, garlic. Whiz it up in a little blender or a NutriBullet type thing and it's going to make nice chunky pesto. So a good few spoonfuls actually, because there's quite a lot of potato and pasta. Now the pasta's warm, so it's going to sort of melt the pesto a bit, and then that's going to dress and go really nicely over the potatoes and the beans. And it smells delicious actually. That smells really nice and basil-y and parmesan-y and just lovely. Finally, maybe just finish off with a bit of parmesan, just grate a little bit. This is nice it's nice warm as a supper dish. It's really nice and quick actually. So the potatoes and the beans were prepared ahead. Just cook the pasta when you want to eat, pop it all straight in the bowl and serve. But it'll make a really nice dish for lunch, cold, or as a salad or to pack up to go have a picnic on the lawn. And that's it.